Hello everyone, welcome to Caribbean Innovation Ventures. My name is Sonja Salser and I'm the founder. Today it's my pleasure to be speaking with Badir Awi, who is the founder of Awesome Productions. Badir, thank you so much for speaking with us and welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
And so as I was doing, just welcoming you now, I heard a phone call. Where are you?
I'm at my office right now, and we are on 7 Mile Beach, and it's, the real happening part on the island. But no matter where you go on the island, you're going to find these chickens and roosters. They're everywhere. They're downtown in the corporate section, and they're in the countryside and everywhere in between. So I don't even hear them anymore. So it's funny that you pick up on that.
Yeah, and to our listeners, Badir is in the Cayman Islands right now. So I haven't been there, but I'm looking forward to coming one day.
Yes, you need to come, and so does everybody else. Come say hi.
So Badir, tell us about Awesome Productions.
Awesome Productions. Awesome Productions. We're a video production company. We do a little bit of marketing, but mainly video production. I started it 2 years ago, and it's been an awesome experience. I'm super glad that I did it, and it's a lot of work, as anybody might guess. And I'm fortunate enough to work with a lot of young Caymanians who freelance for me, and that's one of the more exciting things that I do. I get to work with a lot of young people who are interested in video, and who have like different personality types, and I get to put them in different roles, and it's a burgeoning industry, so there's a lot of excitement and anticipation about what might be.
So who are your target customers?
Well, my target customers, I guess, would be mainly corporate. Whether it be a legal institution, an accounting institution, other sort of organizations like that require mainly online videos and commercials, and they tend to have the bigger budgets. So those are sort of my main clients. But I do have a host of other clients as well that are smaller in nature. Maybe some nonprofit organizations and individuals. And of course, we shoot the occasional weddings as well.
So tell me, how did you get started? What led you along this journey? Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, yeah, my background, I was born and raised in Cayman. My parents are Belizean. I studied finance undergrad and worked in banking for a while. I did a master's in theology, which for the meantime has turned out to be more of a personal venture. But I was in banking, and it was, I guess, through a series of restlessness that led me to start my own company. It's funny. I was thinking about it before the interview today. If I was to answer this question, like, why did I start it? It's mainly because of unhappiness in what I was doing with my life, and sort of not having that passion for not pursuing the passion, whatever that passion was. And so it wasn't so much I want to have my own business, or I want to get rich. It was just more of, I'm unfulfilled, and I don't like that. And how do I get fulfilled? What makes me happy? And sort of pursuing that then led me to starting my own business.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah. It's really important to have passion in what you're doing, especially, everything is not always rosy. And with that, I want to ask you, what are some of the challenges that you have faced starting your own business? And who have been some of your mentors that have helped you to be successful, etc.?
I mean, I guess it's the typical challenges that I've faced. I mean, having to balance doing everything and finding that balance and spending the appropriate amount of time on, the appropriate sections at the time, the appropriate sections of your business. That's been one of the challenges. Obviously, financially has been a challenge. It's day by day, week by week, month by month. So there's not a lot of time to sit back and sort of, plan with this sort of like, with leisure on your side. There's planning, but it's always go, go, go. It's always, well, you need money because you have to pay your bills. So that's been a challenge, and definitely finding the recreational time in my life has been a challenge because I do love what I do. I tend to sort of go overboard sometimes. I'm a passionate person, so I can tap into that for long periods of time, and it's only when I'm forced into recreation that I'm like, wow, I need to do this more often. So sometimes I kind of have to force myself to relax a bit. And that's another challenge. Mentors, as entrepreneurs, we relate to other entrepreneurs. So, I happen to share this space with some other entrepreneurs, and, we get to commiserate and, but, lift each other up as well, and, talk about our experiences that tend to be similar. Um, my dad is a big inspiration for me, just how he is as a person, and his belief and his faith, and how he just gives and gives. My dad's a big inspiration. And, it's cliche, but God, I happen to believe in God. And, that faith is a big inspiration for me as well. And I do tap into that a lot, and I do relate myself to this higher being a lot, and I seek for understanding and in that avenue as well.
Awesome. Yes, yes, I believe in that too. My question for you is, what advice would you give Caribbean entrepreneurs who are interested in starting a business?
Do it. That's the first thing. I mean, and it's the hardest thing. Um, it's I guess it's easy to think about, and a lot of people want to do it, and a lot of people look at me and they're envious, and I mean, just do it. Nike. It's um, any advice I would give, I feel like it would just be cliche. Like, everyone knows what you've heard about running your own business and how tough it is, and et cetera, et cetera. Of course, that remains. I mean, that is the truth, and I'm not gonna, regurgitate all of that. But um, all I guess I could say is, there's so much fulfillment in it, and if you really start a business that you are passionate about, I mean, I guess that's an advice that I would give, that other people would give as well. Make sure you're passionate about it, because sometimes that's the only thing that keeps it going, is the passion, and that's really what you need. And I think most people, if they start a business, they would be passionate about what they're starting. Most people. So, that's some advice. Make sure you're passionate about it and just do it. I mean, at the end of the day, there's so much doubt that would be cast on you from your friends, from your family, from your parents, from your brothers and sisters, from your girlfriend, from your boyfriend, from your friends. It's going to be a lot of doubt, and they're going to make you feel like you're going to, pile up hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, and lose your house and be on the street. But I don't think that ever really happens. No one ever falls that low, even when you start your business. So I think, don't think that some terrible outcome is going to happen by you doing this, by you quitting your job and doing something that you love. It doesn't really ever get that far. It doesn't really get that bad. It's just something that people implant in your mind and you think it's going to be that way, but it's not going to be that way. And it's a lot of fun. And I would not have changed these 2 years of my life for anything. It's just been a lot of fun, and yeah, it's a lot of work. Um, but it definitely it's worth it. So just do it now, make it
Awesome.
happen.
Nice, nice. What's your long-term vision for Awesome Production?
I'd like it to be a full scale, large corporate production company. um, that would be great. I mean, my sort of I have personal goals that may extend outside of Awesome Productions, um, but I sort of would like to use Awesome Productions to get there. Um, but as far as Awesome Productions is concerned, I mean, I do video production right now. I've also now dipped into some marketing, and I like the idea of a creative agency, strategic and marketing sort of, development. And in addition to the production side of things as well. And not just video, but even music and, just bringing it sort of all together in this sort of creative agency, I think would be, that's sort of when I think about ideal and what could be, that's kind of what I think of for Awesome Productions.
Awesome. Nice. I like the name very much. Um, Badir, is there any additional thing you would like to say to the Caribbean entrepreneurs?
Um, well, I mean, yeah, say hi. I'd like to meet you. Like, join the club. I mean, be proud of it. I'm proud of it. And yeah, we all know you got to be humble and keep the humility, but don't worry, running your own business will keep you humble. Um, you're not going to be successful overnight, at least most people. And I think Caribbean people, I've gone away to university and all of that, and we have this spirit about us. We have this vibe about us. We have freshness about us, wholesomeness about us. We're fun people. We're great people. Take advantage of that. Use those natural born skill sets that we have, and start your own business. You're a very unique person in this world from the Caribbean, and I'm sure you've known that from your travels, that you stand out. So use that to your advantage, and and start your business. You're already a unique person as a West Indian. Be even more unique by starting your own business. And maybe one thing I'll also say, one thing that I've really gotten from starting my own business is I've just developed myself personally in a myriads of ways that I never thought that I would, but I had to because I started my own business. So you just learn all these things, you talk to all these different types of people. And one thing that I've realized is that if for some reason I was to stop my business, I would be so qualified for so many jobs.
Yes.
I come with so much experience now that there's really nothing that I see out there that I couldn't do. So, worst case scenario is if your company folds, you're going to be a very qualified person anyway.
I like that. Yes, you have to learn from, as we say here, from soups to nuts, every aspect of the business. So wonderful. Okay, so my final question to you is, what's your favorite Caribbean food?
It's bad, but pigtail and red beans. I would suck that pigtail. I would suck the fat and meat off of that bone.
Oh my
How it makes that slurping sound. I really, really love it. And nice red beans and rice. Oh man, that's sort of my favorite for sure. I mean, I don't get to eat that often, but as I'm sitting here today, I'd love to have that for lunch.
Awesome. Well, Badir, thank you so much for speaking with Caribbean Innovation Ventures. We really appreciate you telling your story. So thank you. To my Caribbean audience, I want to encourage you to reach for the sky, because if you fall, you're going to fall on coconut trees. But if you reach for coconut trees, you're going to fall on the ground.